Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be working on the Grom again. It's been quite a while since we worked on the last, but today I'm very excited because I'm going to be putting the rest of my stiffer springs in. And if you guys are OG subscribers, you guys know that I put in a new clutch and 3 heavy duty clutch springs. They are 60% stiffer. The reason why I put 3 is because the stock clutch plate, this right here, well, this is not stock, this is the aftermarket one, but the stock one only has 3 holes which it bolts up. And if you put all 6 heavy duty springs, the stock one tends to break. So that's why I never put the rest of them in. So I only have 3 and they feel pretty good. And then right here, the pressure plate is the modified 6 bolt, because this typically has 3 threaded ones and then just like 3 empty. So I got this from Dro Sports, and then I got this one from DHM that I'm running their cam. And Dro Sports did have their clutch plate or their plate, but I don't know, I just trust DHM. I mean, I trust Dro Sports too. It's just that this said ultra light and this is super light, so I can't wait. So anyways, to get started, we got to drain the oil. And once we drain the oil, I got to go ahead, take this off, unbolt all these little bolts, and this cover comes off. And then I also too got this. If you guys don't know, if you guys want to open this up, I would highly recommend getting a new gasket. That's if you didn't change it like soon, or like recently, I should say. But it's been a while since I bought that gasket. So I'm gonna go ahead, remove this, and take this off. Let's get it. Now that we have the cover off and we got the spinner off, we are now inside. And what we got to do is take off those 2 tendrils right there. That will drop this tray. And then, as I was telling you guys, it's only 3 bolts on this OEM one. And if I get the other one, it's 6 bolts. It's gonna hold a lot more pressure, and I can't wait. The clutch should feel stiffer, which should make me pop the wheelies up more. And then while I'm in here, I'm gonna check the disc. Hopefully they're good. If I can remember right, when I first installed them that night, I went to go try to do wheelies, and I think I was smoking the clutch. But I mean, the clutch has been good so far. So now let's go ahead and bolt those 2 10s, these 3 10s right here, and then this should come out. And then I did forget to tell you guys that to take off the oil spinner, there's like a special nut like that. And well, I had this tool since the first time I did the clutch. This tool right here, here's the part number. You could get it off of, I can't remember if it was Partzilla or it was Revzilla. I want to say it was Revzilla, but I will put the link in the description below. I don't know if you're supposed to use the impact, but I just used it just to make it easier for myself. So this is the tool you're gonna need to take off that spinner. And then it says clutch, so maybe it's behind this too. We'll see right now. I guess this stays in here until the whole thing comes out. But it wasn't enough to look like it'll probably take off the clutch, but I would recommend holding the plate while you're unbolting it. And don't back off one bolt all the way. Try to go a little bit at a time so it comes off evenly. It looks like 16-year-old me did not put the logo on this side. So by just looking at it, I want to say this one is it. I could tell because the spring itself is taller than that one. or I guess just say less spring, if that makes more sense. But basically, this is me trying to squeeze this one. And if I get the OEM one, I could squeeze this one more. That's the OEM one. And looks like I did put the stiffer ones where the bolts go. Good job, 15 or 16-year-old me. Must have came off the logo. But I'll show you guys on the new one. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all these off, set them aside. And then there's that special nut right there. Once you take that off, then the clutch should come out. So let's get to it. Before you take off that plate, take off that nut first. So you gotta take off that bearing, wherever it's at, in there. Well, that typically goes right there, that bearing. Take it out, and then you can access that nut right there, because this won't spin like this. Once you take that nut off, then you can take off these, or those 3 bolts. And now, ooh, the clutch should come out now. Let's get this washer, and then this thing should, oh, there goes that plate. All right, there's that clutch right there. Now should be able to take it apart. I'm gonna remove this. It looks like there's a washer right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it upside down. And then here are the clutch plates, or clutch pack, however you call them. So this one don't look too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and look through all of them and then replace the whole thing. So one thing I discovered, I don't know if I did this when I first put it in the clutch, but basically there's a specific way this pressure plate goes, and it's gonna look like this once it's all in that right there. But yeah, so I tried putting it in and it didn't feel right, so I took it off like this and kept rotating this, and it looks right. So this washer is staying on by oil, so make sure your washer is right there. And then we can go ahead and insert it back there, throw it back on, throw the nut back on. There's a torque spec, I forgot what it is. I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can know. I'm just gonna do Ugga Duggas because, you know, it's a Grom, it's a Honda, it'll be fine. Knock on wood, knock on carbon fiber. But yeah, so make sure your plate is like that, or else it probably won't operate right. Maybe that's why my clutch kept slipping sometimes, but we will see after we put in the springs. So let's get it. Everything's now bolted, oil is now in, make sure that's tight. Everything's all bolted, that. So now we can go ahead and turn it on. I already went ahead and squeezed it, and oh dude, you can, I can tell. So let's go ahead and see if everything's good. Gotta let the oil warm up and see if it leaks, but hopefully it doesn't. Let's see this. Oh yeah, a lot stiffer. I feel it with those 3 other stiffer springs, and then that clutch plate came with this 6 sticker. I'm gonna put it, let's see, where do we want it? I'll find the place and I'll put on. Found the place for the sticker. Looking good. Need more stickers for the stunt bike. And no oil, so we're good on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and ride it. But other than that, if you guys want to stunt, go ahead and get yourself the stiffer springs, get that clutch plate and modified pressure plate, and you will have yourself a nice clutch. And if you want to get serious into it, you can go ahead and change up your gearing too. My bike has a 14 tooth in the front and stock in the back, just because I want the top speed still. But if you like I said, if you want to go serious, then you can go a bigger sprocket. You can do some research on that. There's a bunch of different combos that